your body shape. Mr. Raymond Humphreys got you covered all the way. A little fitness training is not the only thing you need. With motivation and meal prep, you'll succeed. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Man, we back again with Trainer Ray on another Saturday at 2 o'clock. Man, I already know what time it is. Everybody, hey, man, I'm just telling you, this is a nice, glorious day, a good day to be out and about, but it's raining here. But, you know, it's good that everybody's here today. We got to talk last Saturday. Everybody got to hear from my boy Trainer Calvin, you know what I'm saying? Trainer Calvin did his thing last weekend, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm glad to hear about Trainer Calvin coming in and talk to me, you know. Hopefully he'll come out today and give me a shout out. But I hope everybody paid attention last weekend. You know, we talked about, you know, what it's like to be a trainer, or better yet, what you need to do to get yourself right. Dedication equals transformation. You have to dedicate yourself in order to reach your goals, to do what you need to do, to get to where you need to be. But some people don't understand. It's all about that dedication. Now, I've seen some people call themselves dedicated, but they get to the, they come in the gym once a week or twice a week, or, you know, sometimes they barely show up, you know. But I used to always, you know, tell people, you know, if I see somebody in the gym and they come consistently, I always talk to them and tell them, you know, you're doing a great job, you know what I'm saying? I don't just allow them to just walk out the gym. Even though I don't know them, I just tell them they're doing a good job, because I want them to see that somebody is seeing that seeing their progress. That's the biggest thing, seeing their progress, seeing that they're doing a good thing. There's a lady on TikTok, I don't know her name, but they were showing where she was overweight at one point, and then it got to the point where she started running and doing exercise and getting herself in shape. And that was a big key thing. So I messaged on there. I always message on there and be like, you're doing a great job. Because sometimes people all they want to do is see, you know that they're doing a good job. So, you know, sometimes you have to just give them that okay, that what they call it, the attaboy, you know what I'm saying? Let them know they're doing a great job. That way, you know, that way they see that what they're doing is not in vain. That what they're doing is a good thing. You know, somebody want to strive and get themselves in shape, be where they want to be. And sometimes some people don't have that motivation to reach their goal, and that's an issue within itself. Because a lot of times people don't have that drive, or they don't have the support team that you need. Sometimes you need support. You need somebody to, you know, kind of tell you that you're doing a great job. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to have that, but it's good to hear. So it's always good to hear somebody tell you that you're doing a good job, you know, because it makes you feel good. It makes you want to keep striving to reach a goal. It makes you want to keep going, you know, because some people don't hear nothing. Eventually they'll quit. And we don't want them to quit. We want everybody to stay in some kind of shape, because exercise is the key. Remember, exercise is the key. I don't know if y'all remember, you know, talking with Trainer Calvin last weekend, you know, he was talking about dedication and how him and myself, we stay in the gym, you know, we've been knowing each other for some years. And we have the training methods, or we have the dedication and the determination to stay in the gym, even over 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old and still kicking strong, you know, still trying to hang in there, even after over 40, you know what I'm saying? I plan on trying to be in there even after 50. So sometimes you just got to keep maintaining and doing what you got to do. in order to stay in shape. So sometimes you have to just want to be in shape or want to be a certain way, because, I get a lot of guys always be like, always asking me how old I am, and I'm like, man, I'm 48. They be like, man, I hope I look that way when I turn 48. It's all about you, all about your dedication. If you strive to get to where you want to be, if you want to reach your goal, you gotta stay in the gym. You gotta stay dedicated, regardless of the situation. You gotta stay dedicated. And I know with all this stuff going on, and the COVID going on, and they were talking about at one point trying to do another shutdown. Then a lot of people get lost when they go to doing shutdowns, because people don't know what to do when they get a shutdown. They get home and don't know that they can still work out at home even though there's a shutdown. You don't need a lot of equipment. All you need is minor stuff. You need use small stuff. I tell people use canned goods. Use canned goods, water bottles. They work just as well as anything else. Anybody tell you to go out and buy no 100-pound worth of equipment? So I always remember there's always something you can do at home. I don't want you to ever feel that you can't do nothing at home while working out, because you can. So, always stay positive. Stay positive. That's the key. Dedication equals transformation. I always remember that. If you don't remember nothing else, remember dedication equals transformation. You dedicate yourself. People, and people like we spoke on last weekend, you dedicate yourself to everything in your life. You dedicate yourself to working. You dedicate yourself to working out. You dedicate yourself into God. Dedication. You dedicate yourself to God, you will transform. You dedicate yourself to work, you will get better, make more money. You dedicate yourself to exercise, you will get in shape, get to where you want to be. So a lot of times people have to understand dedication equals transformation. So don't ever think that it doesn't pay off, because it does. Now, this is the beginning of the show. Anybody out there got any questions, comments, concerns, anything they want to talk about, they can call in to 347-826-9424. Again, they can call in to 347-826-9424. You can ask any question. You press 1. I can bring you in for any question or comment you may have. We can talk about whatever situation or anything you have on your mind. So feel free to ask any questions or make any comments you may want to make. So just feel free to come in at any time. But yeah, back to what I was saying about, dedicating yourself and being part of, being progressive, being productive. That's the key. Some people go in the gym and they just want to see themselves in the motion. But then sometimes you go in the gym and you may think you know what you're doing, then you don't. But then and I've seen in certain gyms, that you don't have nobody there to assist you in getting back to where you need to be, or getting to where you need to be. You don't have nobody to show you the equipment. That's a bad thing. So we always got to just maintain it. And if there's not a trainer on site, you always got online now. They got online, they got YouTube, they got Facebook, you got different people you can contact. You can always follow somebody online to do exercise. So feel free to always look online. YouTube tell everything. You always got somebody on there doing something. So, or reach out to a trainer if you know a trainer in a different gym or in a gym. Contact that trainer and talk with that trainer about what can you do to get better, what can you do to increase your lifestyle, to get to where you want to be, because sometimes it takes some help from the outside to get to where you want to be. Now, I know sometimes some people like to do it on their own, which that is fine too. That's fine too. Now, if you feel you can do it on your own without any help, hey, that's fine. but don't be afraid to ask for help if something goes wrong and you need some help, because that's what a lot of people go wrong at. They need help, but afraid to ask. So I always feel free or willing to ask anybody any questions. I think I had somebody contact me, and they was asking me about working out and doctor's consents. Now, I'm going to tell you about that. The biggest thing with doctor consents is a trainer should always ask that individual that they're dealing with if they have any ailments, any kind of problems or pains or broken bones or sprained bones or anything that happened even in the past that might prevent them from progressing later in the future, because you can have an injury that can get re-injured, or you can open up something, an old wound or something, anything of that nature. So it's always good for a trainer to reach out to that person's doctor, or a lot of times they won't talk to you, so you get that person to get a signed consent from that doctor. And even if you have to put on the consent, to have a doctor reach out to you, let you know what they can and can't do. Because some people, to be honest, some people will lie to you. If you're a trainer, be careful. People will lie. Some people will lie now. They say, hey, my doctor said it's fine, but, being here and get injured, then you're going to have a problem because you have a lawsuit, and so that's going to be a problem within itself. So, I've seen incidents where a girl actually got sued because she was training somebody and not checking her medical history, or didn't abide by her medical history, and the girl got injured, or it made her ailment worse, and that trainer ended up getting sued behind that because she didn't take the right precaution to make sure she was doing right by that client. And that's a bad thing within itself, because they're not doing something with that client. They're not helping that client out by putting them in a bad situation where they get injured again or their ailment get worse. So some people have to understand, you got to be careful. You got to be cautious. You got to take care of yourself, because you got to cover yourself, because it'll cost you. It'll bite you in the butt later on in the long run if you mess up and don't take the right precaution to make sure that client is eligible or able to even work out with you. Because they may not be able to lift 5 pounds. They may not be able to lift 3 pounds. Might not be able to bend forward. Might not be able to do anything. So you have to be careful and cautious about what they do, especially if they are injured or have an injury. So it's okay to work a client out if they have an injury or something, but you have to know what you're working with. If you know they got a back injury, the majority of exercise you do will require your back to be involved, especially in the lower lumbar region, lower back area. It's going to require you to do a lot of your lower back is going to always be involved within the workout, because it's part of the body. It's muscles. Bending over to pick up something, or a certain position in exercise will require your lower back to be activated. So you have to be cautious. It could be bicep, tricep, shoulder, anything. Be cautious. The biggest thing about that is, you have to know your clients. You have to ask them 1,000 questions, as we say. Ask them questions that they wouldn't think you were going to ask, because that's stuff that they need to know. That's stuff that you need to know to make sure that you're dealing with the person right, the way they should be dealt with. Because if you don't, you'll mess up and injure that person or hurt that person or whatever the case may be. You'll have a whole situation within itself. And you don't want that problem. Trust me, you don't want that problem. Now, if anybody's out there needing to talk right now, they can contact me at 347-826-9424. Again, my number is 347-826-9424. You press number 1, and I'll bring you in to make any comment that you may have, any concern that you may have. You can call in at any time. So I'm here. Anything you want to know. Any questions? All right. So, like I said, but dealing with a client, it's always good to make sure that you as a client, make sure that you tell the truth to that trainer, because that trainer is trying to help you. You know, he's trying to make sure everything is right. But if you ain't telling him the truth, him or her the truth, and they mess up and injure you, there's going to be a whole problem within itself then. But the biggest thing is you're going to blame the trainer. And that's the problem for real, because most people want to blame the trainer all the time behind a situation. That's bad, because especially if it's the individual fault. They want to blame the trainer. Don't blame the trainer. No. The trainer ain't got nothing to do with it. Sometimes you got to take responsibility for yourself. So sometimes you got a responsibility for yourself and not blame somebody else. So like I said, if you have any problems, or better yet, if you have an issue and you caused it, because I know I've had clients be eating cake and ice cream and stuff in the past when I'm training them, but they come right to the gym and tell me. They come right in the gym and tell me what they've been eating. All I do is, I take it for a grain of salt, but then I make them work harder, because I want to make sure you burn those calories. So be sure and always talk with your trainer. So always understand, talking with a trainer to let him know everything helps you. So don't be afraid. But like I said, you can have consent. You can work out and still have, if you have some kind of ailment or some kind of issue or medical issue, you can still work out, as long as it's not something that, let's say something that's got you restricted to the bed or something, which I'm not saying if you got you restricted to the bed or something or some of that nature, but you want to be cautious. And if it's something that you can do, if you have a lower back pain, bicep pain, hand pain, foot pain, anything, you know what I'm saying? But you can still work out. You just got to be cautious about what you do. So just be cautious about what you do. And don't ever feel that you can't work out because you have some kind of ailment. You got some people that when they get that feeling, they say that they can't work out, they get that ailment, or not the ailment, that they say they can't work out, or the doctor say they can't work out, they take that and run with it. They take that and run with it. Oh, my doctor said I can't do that. No, your doctor said you couldn't do so much. Or if I, talk with your doctor and see what can you do or how much can you do would be a different answer. You know what I'm saying? If your doctor say no workout, period, okay, I can see that. But if they say you can do light workouts or minimal workouts, whatever, hey, that can be worked around. But everybody got to be cautious. So protect you and protect the trainer. If you respect your trainer enough, you'll protect him and not try to hurt him, because when you go out there and then you get hurt or injured, or you do something that you knew you weren't supposed to do and you didn't tell your trainer, and you set him up for failure. And then now, if something happens, you're going to blame your trainer, so then he's at fault because you say he's at fault, and that's not a good thing. So like I said, if you respect your trainer and do what your trainer asks you to do. So always remember, it's all about respect on both sides. Respect on both sides. So I always remember, he respects you, he or she respects you, and you respect him. So, or her. But anybody got any questions out there? Give me a call, 347-826-9424. Give me a call, 347-826-9424. Now, I know we talk a lot every weekend. I pretty much probably go over the same thing, because basically in fitness, it's pretty much the same thing over and over and over. It's repetitive for a person to know that exercise is the key to pretty much everything out here in the world. Your dieting is the key to anything out here, because you want to maintain your dieting and your exercise and all of it. It's the same thing. It's the same story. People preach everywhere. If you got all the trainers in the same room, they're gonna all teach the same thing. All teach the same thing because they on the same regimen because they learn from pretty much the same people or from the same books or whatever the case may be. Because they all. That's why every weekend pretty much is almost the same thing, unless somebody has some directly they want to talk about. They can contact me. We can talk about it, but usually I just speak on the same thing a lot of times because it's all the same. Fitness, exercise, nutrition, discipline, dedication. It's all the same all the time. So some people have to understand, and it's not going to change. It's all the same. It's been like that for years down the road, down the line, way in the past. People have always talked about fitness. But, like I said, nowadays people trying to change everything. They're trying to go into fitness, or they don't need to do no running no more. They don't need to, running doesn't help with losing weight, or running doesn't help with this and that, which, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. No matter who the person is, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But to be honest and point blank and blunt, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, to be honest. Everybody has an opinion about something. So sometimes you just have to take it with a grain of salt. But then you got to know your facts before you start preaching on something because, like I said, when you got people say that running doesn't help and running blah, 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 but people have been running for years. It's not something new. It's not something they just invented. Not something they just came out with. Now, I can see they just came up with it 3 weeks ago or a month ago or 6 months ago, and they say, hey, it ain't going to help. Okay, that might be sufficient. That might be the truth. But running has been around forever in the fitness industry. Jogging, running, whatever the case may be. You got long-distance runners. You got sprinters. You got people been running forever. But, like we were talking about last weekend, running helps the heart. The heart is the most major, most important muscle in your body. Because if that stops working, you stop working. It's like a battery. You got a battery in a machine, and if that battery starts working, that machine starts working. Because that's the heart of the machine, the battery. That energy, that juice. So that heart is the juice of your body, the energy of your body. It helps to get your body going and moving by pumping blood and oxygen throughout the blood and the veins and blood vessels and everything in your body. So if you ain't got that pumping blood or oxygen through your body, you're going to have a problem. So people got to understand you can't just leave something out. You can't walk in and leave something out because you don't know, because somebody said it doesn't work, or it doesn't work anymore, as they say. So people don't understand that fitness is a big key. People don't understand that fitness is a big key to a lot of things out here in the world. I mean, especially running, jogging, getting in shape. So everybody got to understand that you got to do something. Even if you got a lot of people that can't do a lot of lifting, cardio. Do some cardio. Do some work. The cardio. Walk 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes. If that's all you can do is walk, that's fine. Walking is fine. If you feel that's all you can do, or your doctor says you can't do no lifting, but you can walk. It's still exercise. So for somebody to tell you cardio doesn't work, how is that effective? Because if cardio didn't work and you couldn't do no lifting, what you going to do? You're going to go home and sit down and eat ice cream all day? You're going to go home and sit down and eat cookies and a bunch of breads, a bunch of sugars and stuff, and just not do anything? It's not going to be effective. But if your doctor says you can do some walking, that's cardio. It's still exercise. So for somebody to tell somebody, new people out here in the world talking about exercise or cardio doesn't work, it's not a true statement. got to do something. You got to stay in some kind of shape. You have to stay in some kind of shape. You got to do something. Even if you get out there, walk your neighborhood, walk a track, go to the park. Do something to stay active, to get the heart pumping harder or stronger, to help get the blood flowing even better. And also, I'm going to talk about this issue. And I know some people may not want to hear it, but it don't matter. Exercising your kids. Kids are a key component with you in your life. If you got kids, that's one of the most important people, important things in your life that you're going to be around or want to be around to take care of. Some people allow their kids to do anything other than work out. They'll rather give them a video game and let them sit there and play video games all day. They let them sit in the house all day. They don't let them get outside. Kids don't ride bikes anymore. You don't see kids ride bikes too much anymore. Like back in my day when I was younger, riding bikes was number one. Skateboards, going to the skating ring, going through the neighborhoods with your friends, playing games outside, playing football games, pick up, mess up, or playing different games and stuff, and people don't now allow their kids to be out there doing stuff like they should be. Kids got to be active. Some people allow their kids to get overweight, man. I see these kids walking around now, they're overweight. They should be doing something, trying to get some exercise in their life. And the parents aren't, and I can't blame nobody but the parents aren't making them get out here and activate or get active because they just don't want to, or a lot of times, true enough, the parents are working extra shifts. They work a longer job, so they can't be at home to monitor everything their kids do. So the kids are basically living by themselves, especially when the parents are going to work, which I understand. Parents do have to work. But restrict them. Tell them they can't play a video game until a certain time. Don't allow them to sit at home and play video games all day or sit in the house all day watching movies and Netflix and all that stuff that they do, listen to stuff on watching all these game shows, TV shows and stuff. And, most kids, the average kid, they probably can tell you more about a video game, how to cheat or how to do a certain move on a video game before a lot of them can tell you their schoolwork. And that's bad because kids are more prone to do something that they aren't supposed to do than they are doing something that they should be doing, because being active is important, or very important for a kid, especially a kid or adults, even older adults period, for everybody really. But being active is very important because you sitting around letting your kids eat and get fat all day is not a good thing. Then later on, when they come about that they got some kind of medical issue because they're overweight. I had a friend of mine tell me her kids went to the doctor and they both overweight. But when you're feeding them, letting them eat what they want or how they want, that's going to be an issue within itself because you're not giving them healthy meals. You're letting them go in the refrigerator and eat anything they want to eat. And that's a big problem when it comes to a kid's livelihood. And I heard somebody make a comment. I heard a guy talking on Facebook today. He said he hates running or exercising. He said, but somebody told him an hour a day may give you an extra life or extra day in your life because the exercise is helping you to progress, which sounds good to me because exercise helps the body. Exercise helps circulation in the body, helps move oxygen through the body, helps the heart pump stronger, or help the heart not pump as hard to pump the same amount of blood it would if you wasn't exercising, which makes the heart pump harder, if you understand what I'm saying. So, to me, that makes sense. An hour a day may give you another day in your life, a day or two in your life to prolong your life because You exercise, you're taking care of yourself like you're supposed to. So, some people don't want to work out, don't like working out, would rather not work out. But don't enforce that. And then when your kids see you not doing it, they don't want to do it. So make your kids more prone to not want to exercise, not want to do anything. So it's not good. You want to get your kids active as much as possible, especially in sports and school. Especially in sports. Little boys, little girls should be cheerleading or playing soccer or basketball or something. Don't just let them sit at home. If you know your child has a skill, reinforce that skill. Don't knock it down. And I've known people to, a kid be strong in something. They're like, no, well, I don't want my baby out there because of this and that, or my baby might get hurt, or I'm like, really? It's part of life. You're going to get hurt somewhere eventually. So make them strong. You know what I'm saying? Let them go out there and be active. Play basketball. Get banged up a little bit. Little boys, let them go out there and play football. They're going to get banged up. They're going to get hit a couple times. Okay. So what? But at least they being active. That's the biggest thing. You want them to be active in your daily life. Not just sometimes, not most of the time, but all the time. You want your kids to be active. You want your kids to be out there playing sport. That might be, that kid playing football or baseball or soccer or something might be the next step to taking care of you when you get old as a parent. Kid might be get old enough to be able to take care of you. And then what? You got a superstar in your hand. Don't even know it. Got a whole all-star in your hand. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest key. You got a whole all-star in your hand. And that's what you want. You want somebody that's going to be productive. Get them out there in the world and let them start doing stuff other than sitting at home watching TV all day. Because it's not helping. It's not progressing. It's not doing anything positive besides sitting at home. So get your kids active. Let them start doing stuff. Let them move around and be active in daily life. Let them go outside and play what we used to call pick up mess up. Pick up the football, you get messed up. Let them go out there and get hit a couple times. Little boys, that's what they're supposed to do. Even little girls. Some little girls who are up and tough like to play. So don't let them get out there. Let them have some fun. Let them enjoy life. But when you hold them back and you got them sit in the house all day, which I know and I do understand, there's so much going on in the world today that, you have to really be cautious and keep an eye on your kids because there's so many different people out here in the world today. And you got to keep an eye because people do some crazy stuff out here. And that's one of the biggest things that you want to keep an eye on. So, which I do understand that. I do understand that totally 100%. But just don't just let it go by. Don't not let them be active. Allow your kids to always be active in something. Allow them to be active in life. Active as a kid, doing things as a kid. Keeping them exercised because, like I said, I've seen some obese kids in my lifetime. I've seen some kids so overweight. I went to this one school, and I ain't trying to make fun of nobody's kids ever. I would never do that. But I went to a school one time, a long time ago. I was there for a career day. So I went in as a trainer, as me. And it was like a Mexican school, or predominantly more Mexican than anything. It was in Texas. But anyway, one of the kids was like, he was so overweight, only half of his body could fit in the desk. And my first thought was, oh my God, this kid is like really overweight. And my biggest thing was, I'm sure that kid's not active at home. They probably allowing that kid to eat what he wants, not go anywhere, sit in the house, watch movies or play video games all day long, and that kid is just getting bigger and bigger. That's not a good thing. I've seen people in gyms. Do that. I watched a lady one time. Her little girl was overweight. She was overweight, but I couldn't see that she was making the kid do anything active to help her to lose weight. And that's not a good thing because you letting these kids, I'm talking about 5-year-olds, 6 years old, 7-year-olds, these little girls out here, or little boys walking around like and overweight. That's not a good thing. That's not good on their heart. That's not good on their body. That's not good on their bones. That's not good on anything. They need to be productive and active just like anybody else. Any other individual, they need to be active. They need to be doing something. They need to be enjoying life. They need to be moving around. Even if the kids don't want to go outside. You as the parent, you make them go outside. You take them outside, even if it's something simple. Say, hey, you go to the park. Take the baby with you. Okay? Bring a baseball with you or kickball or something of the nature that has to make them run, has to make them run around. But actually, don't tell them it's exercise. Just say, hey, you want to go play kickball? Or you want to kick the ball to me? Or you want to come do this with mommy or daddy? Or you want to go play catch? You want to play, hit the ball around? Something. You don't have to tell them it's exercise because they don't have to know that, because if you tell them it's exercise, they're like, oh, no, I'm good. I don't want to do none of that. So you have to make it fun. You have to make it to where they don't realize they're getting exercise at the same time. They're having fun and learning a skill. They're learning something. They learn to play baseball. They learn to play basketball. They learn to play soccer. They learn to play kickball. They learn to do something they don't normally do. So you want to keep them active and doing something at all times. You want to make them stay active and doing something at all times. So make it fun. Also, eating-wise, I know a lot of times the kids like to eat out. Kids like to eat McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut. Kids like to eat out like that. But see, parents, we need to start cooking more at home. So you have to eat more at home, teaching the kids to eat at home. When you're cooking with the kids at home, let them cook with you. Let the kids cook with you. Bring them in the kitchen and let them cook with you. Show them, make them active within the ingredients. Porter's flour in there. Porter's flour in here. Pour this, mix this up, stir this a little bit, or whatever. If you teach them about cooking, make cooking fun. Make them want to do something or eat something different. Let them taste it while you're cooking it, especially like a cake when we was kids. Your mom used to make a cake, and then when she used to making the batter and stuff, you want to taste the batter? Give it to them. Listen to taste. I ain't talking about give them the whole thing, but let them taste it. Let them come in the kitchen and cook with you. Let them see what you're doing. It gives them other stuff to do. Then they see a variety of things that they can do or make other than McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all the places that they be going to get all these exercises in. So, not exercise, I'm sorry, or they cooking techniques, you know what I'm saying? Make it fun for them. Take them in the kitchen with you. Don't be afraid to have your kids in the kitchen with you, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good thing to do, and it gives them another option other than McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all these other places. So make it an option for them. Give them something different. Let them see you make different foods and get some recipes together that y'all can cook together. Even if you have to contact me, I got some recipes. I got a cookbook that you can actually contact me and get, and I could actually send it to you, and you can actually use it to cook different meals or something different with your kids. Like I said, instead of the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Or McDonald's, spending money. McDonald's, Burger King, and all these fast food places. So, let's do something different with our lives. Let's do something different with the kids. Show them that they have another option other than the normal, other than McDonald's or Burger King or sitting at home playing video games. Let them know there's another option. Take them outside and play sports with them. Do things with them. You don't tell them it's exercise, especially if you know that they know I don't want to go exercise. I ain't telling you to go exercise. But if you say you want to go do some kickball, or let me show you how to play kickball. Let me show you how to play baseball. Let me throw this ball to you and see if you can hit it. I bet you can't hit it. You know, give them a dare. You know, kids like dares. Dad, I can hit that ball anywhere I want to. Okay, well, let's see. You know, a lot of kids like to see. Or better yet, the parents like to see. But, you know, sometimes the kids like to see. Just give them a challenge. Give them a challenge, as you would say. Give them a challenge. I bet you can't hit this ball. You know, or I bet you can't dribble this ball. I bet you can't beat me in basketball. I'm a beast. You know, and kids like that. Like to be sitting around about, yeah, you can't beat me in no basketball. Hey, boy or girl, I'll smash you on that court. Come on outside then. That's when, you know, you got them. You trapped them. Because you help them to keep them active. Like I said, they don't have to know it's exercise. They don't have to know that they're getting worked out. They don't have to know that you're trying to get them more involved. And then eventually, truthfully, they might like it. You might get them out there playing basketball, soccer, baseball, whatever the case may be. They might like it. Then now it's something that they want to do all the time. Or they get a chance to try for it in school. They might want to try for it in school. Why? Because they liked it. It was something they liked to do, and they went out there and did it because they liked it. So some people got to understand, you know, it's all about what you like to do and what they might like to do, and what you don't know. It might be something they like to do. They just didn't know they liked it. Why? Because nobody gave them the chance to actually do it. It's better for them if you tell them to go in there and play video games, sit down and get out my face, than to say, hey, let's go outside and play basketball. You see, it's a lot easier. You just send them out there and tell them, let's go play some basketball. Let's go have some fun. Let's go do something. Let's go play some. Let's go kick this ball around. Or just take them out in the front yard. Kick the ball to them. Watch them kick it back. Kick it back to them again. Watch them kick it back. You just keep going. Then go around them, man, like you're a beast. And like you can beat them in soccer or beat them in baseball, beat them in basketball. It's going to make a big difference, I promise you. So people got to understand that you got to be willing to involve your kids in things. Make them know that video games is not always the option. Sitting in the house is not always the option. Eating McDonald's is always the option. You as the adult, you got to show them and lead by example. You know, leaders don't lead from the rear, they lead from the front. And if you're the leader of your family, which is the mom, the dad, you are the leaders. So you have to lead your kids from the front. You can't lead them from the rear. You have to teach them and show them the right way in order for them to go the right way. If you're teaching them to go bad, they're going to go bad because they're going to do what you do. They're going to do what they see you do. If they don't see you out here exercising, working out, you think your kids are going to go work out? You got that rare few. They got kids that do like to play basketball, like to play sports, like to be outside, like to be running or whatever the case may be. But you got that rare few that will see what their parents do and going to follow what the parents do. If they see their mom and dad ain't working out, kids ain't going to go work out. If they see all you like to do is sit down and watch TV, they're going to want to sit down and watch TV too. So you got to be willing. You got to be willing to give them an option and let them give them an option and show them that there are other things in life other than sitting around watching TV, other than sitting around smoking and drinking, which a lot of kids are doing now because they see their parents doing it. It's not a good thing. It's never a good thing. When they sit around and see their parents smoking or drinking, not doing anything but eating, riding around with their friends, so they go ride around with their friends. They want to do the same thing that they doing. They don't want to do nothing new or do nothing different no more. So you got to always keep your kids active. Don't ever just let them sit around and do nothing. So you got to do something too. Show them. You got to lead by example. Parents are the leaders. You lead by example. You don't lead from the rear. You lead from the front. And if you're going to be a leader, lead all the time, not some of the time. So you moms and dads, y'all sitting out here and allowing your kids to just sit around, not be active, not be productive. It's not a good thing. I can't tell you how to run your household for them. All I can do is give you advice on it. But one thing I learned to know for sure, that it don't work. You got to give your kids an option. You got to give them something to do. And like I said, you being the parents, be the leaders. Lead from the front. Teach them another way. Teach them that sitting around ain't always an option, or not being active. If you used to play sports back in the day, show them. Take them out there and bust them up some basketball or some softball or kickball, whatever. Take them out there and tough them up a little bit and show them that, hey, daddy can do it, mama can do it too. What you mean? So everybody know that the kids will know that hey, my daddy used to play basketball, my mom used to play basketball, my mama was a beast. I didn't even know that. You got some mamas out there now that I know of that used to play basketball when they were younger. They ain't got older, they ain't gained a little weight or have some ailments going on in their life, but they still trying to show their kids that there's another way. And there's always another way. So never be ashamed to show your kids that there's another way other than just sitting at home doing nothing. Give them that option to be outside, to be doing something. Let them see that it ain't just about being on the phone. And a lot of kids now, they want to be on the phone all day. That ain't helping. They ain't being productive. It ain't helping them to survive in life because it ain't doing nothing but help them get in trouble. And a lot of people don't understand. You check most of your kids' phones, they got more stuff in their phone than they supposed to have. Than they do stuff that they supposed to have in there. Pictures and photos and stuff that they shouldn't have in there. But that's neither here nor there. Parents need to be parents. Make your kids be active. You play sports in school, teach your kids that you play sports. They may not even know that you play sports. So, but my point is behind all this is keep them active. You stay active. Just because you get older doesn't mean that you can't stay active. As I told you, I'm 48 years old. Never played a sport in my life. I tried it. I attempted it. But I was too little. I was always little. I was, 105 pounds when I graduated high school? I was always the little one, so I really couldn't get out there and try to play sports like everybody else. Teach your kids to be active. Why not make your kids get outside and do something? Show them if they ain't never seen you play sports, or know that how your son or daughter know you play basketball if you don't never show them. Take them out there and throw some three-pointers up with them. Shoot some layups with them. Shoot over their head. Challenge them. Tell them they can't beat you in something. Trust me, it gets them out there because kids like to be challenged. And then when you tell them they can't do something, that's when it all set in right there. Man, my dad thought he was a beast. I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? They may not realize they got potential, or you may not realize that your kid got potential to be a ball player or whatever. And you didn't even know it. Why? Because you never gave them a chance to show you. You never took them outside to show you that they can play basketball, or they can play baseball or kickball. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give them kids an option. Make them exercise. Make these kids exercise. Everybody should be exercising. Kids, adults. You adults, man, y'all need to be active in your kids' life. You need to be playing sports with your kids. You need to be doing something with your kids. You need to be showing them that you can you need to be active to show them that you can play sports. You keep them active because you want to keep your kids active because you don't want to go to the doctor one day and the doctor says your kids are 20 pounds overweight, 10 pounds overweight. It doesn't matter, 5 pounds overweight. You as an adult, don't get to the point where you're older where you feel, oh, my bones aching, my body aching. Or a lot of people's excuse is I be so tired coming from work that I don't want to get on, I don't want to work out. Ain't no excuse. It really not. it's really no excuse because you'll go and work all day, then come home and the excuse is you're so tired because you've been working all day that you don't want to do nothing now. And no, that's not good. So just because you've been working all day doesn't mean that you don't need to be working out. Everybody needs to be working out. Everybody. Get your exercise in. Stay in shape. Always stay in shape. You're an adult. Just because you reach 40, and now people don't know this. Some people don't know. Once you reach 40, your body starts to deteriorate. Meaning your muscles start to deteriorate because you're not doing anything to keep in shape. You're not doing anything, so you're going to deteriorate faster. You're going to lose weight faster. I know guys that's older than me that's in shape. I'm talking about ripped up, obese. Like I said, I'm 48. I've seen some dudes 50 and 60 years old. Got more muscle than anybody, any old person his age. It used to be funny, you'd be like, this is the old dude here, ripped up. That boy doing his thug thizzle. But that's the thing. Most people don't want to work out. They think they get to the point where you reach 40, or it's too late, or it's too late for me. I mean, I tell people a lot of time where, I ain't got older. I can't do all the extra stuff. Now, mind you, I'm not going to be in here powerlifting and lifting the gym like I used to lift heavy stuff back in the day. No. Because my bones and my body ain't used to that no more. That's old. That's a done deal. But as far as like regular exercising and staying in shape, doing some cardio some days, bench pressing a lot of reps or curling a lot of reps and back rolls a lot of reps and, staying in some kind of shape is the key. It's a process. You got to stay in shape, period. There's no other way around it. You got to stay in shape. You got to stay in shape. I don't care how old you get. If you live to see 60 and 70 years old, you still be doing some walking. If you can lift some weights, lift some. I ain't telling you just nothing heavy. If you're 50 and 60 years old, 3-pound dumbbell, that's fine. You need to be doing something, some kind of exercise to stay and keep the body in shape. You got a lot of old people that get sick, be 90-some years old, and the doctor be like, what you been doing? Well, I go out here and walk every day. I walk down the street every day. Or I walk down the street every day. Or I eat these vegetables and that. Old people been living a long time. It ain't just by coincidence now. It ain't from them not doing these things because they've been eating a certain way all their life. And the biggest thing with chemicals now is people putting these chemicals in these foods is what's causing a lot of people to probably have these ailments that they have. So we as individuals have to learn. If we start getting back to the fact of growing our own vegetables, not using pesticides and stuff, or even if we had our own livestock, cows, pigs, and stuff like that, get back to doing it ourselves, people would live a lot longer. Why? Because we're going to do it natural. We're not going to give them the ailments, the extra stuff that people been giving them. We feed them from our stuff, feed them and eat our grass. You got them out here in your yard, cows or horses or whatever. Yeah, I hear your field eating your grass. I hear you pesticides and all this other stuff. So you got to understand that you got to do something to get yourself back on track. Don't live life and not survive, not do the right thing, not be able to prolong your life. People have lived for hundreds of years and doing stuff like walking, working in gardens. I got a great aunt. All she like do, she's 90-some years old. All she like do is work, play with her flowers. She likes to sit on her porch and play with her flowers. That's all she like to do is play with her flowers. So why not she just let her know? Some of the people, her daughters, and them be like, why you ain't doing that stuff? I be like, man, let her play with them flowers. If she want to play with them flowers, let her play with them flowers. Because playing with them flowers is if that's going to keep her alive and keep her moving, let her play with them flowers. Let her play with them flowers, because if that's going to help her stay alive, hey, let her play with them flowers. I'm telling you. Some people don't understand that just because she plays with them flowers, it's just prolonging her life because she's doing what she loves. planting flowers. What's wrong with it? It's keeping her active. But then when you go and tell her, go sit down somewhere, you don't need to be doing this. Go sit down, you need to be doing that. Her body doesn't do nothing but deteriorate because she sits there doing something she really don't want to do, which is sit in front of the TV all day. She won't be on the porch planting flowers when the weather gets good. You bring her some stuff like flowers or some, what they call it, stuff called black cow. You bring it out there and let her plant her flowers or some soil, what they call it, some soil stuff. Let her some soil stuff and let her plant her flowers. That's gonna be the key right there, because they understand that she's lived her life. All she wants to do is plant flowers. It's keeping her active. But if you don't plant the flowers, if you don't let her plant flowers, it's gonna shorten her life because she's gonna pass. Because her body, her mind's getting bored. She's tired. She wanna do what she do. So let your people. If you got older people in your family and they like to plant flowers or just walk around the block, let them walk around the block. Take them, go with them. Take her to the sidewalk. If she want to walk to the mailbox, let her walk to the mailbox. Don't do that to them, him or her. When you make them do nothing, then they deteriorate. Then when they pass, you crying. And all y'all going to talk about it. I remember she used to walk and plant flowers. But you're going to talk about, I made her stop planting flowers because I felt she was going to hurt herself because you didn't want to take the time to sit out there with her. That's the problem. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me today. For the people that did or didn't join, hope people go back to the podcast and listen to this, and learn that exercise, nutrition, dedication is the key to all this. You got to stay in some kind of shape. People don't understand. You got to live your life. You got to stay in some kind of shape. So don't allow yourself to get out of shape because you don't want to do something. And that's the biggest problem that most people do. They get into that rut where they don't want to do anything anymore. They don't want to do anything else. So just remember that life is short. Life is too short to not do anything. Always remember, keep yourself focused and do what you have to do. Stay in shape. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at 662-386-9141. Or you can reach me at fitnessevolution350 at yahoo.com. So thank y'all for coming out and joining me today. I hope you got a lot out of this today. And I hope you have a nice, wonderful day for the rest of the day and the rest of the week until you reach with me again next weekend. So don't be afraid. Come out and join me next weekend. Come out and have a good time to join me on the show next weekend. Y'all take care. This is Trainer Ray, and I'm out.
Tired of being sick and tired of your body shape, Mr. Raymond Humphreys got you covered all the way. A little fitness training's is not the only thing you need. With motivation and meal prep, you'll succeed. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution, with Trainer Ray. With Fitness Evolution.